Hello and welcome to the class. My name's Paddy. Today, we're going to look at vocabulary for art, music and literature. So by the end of this class, you should be able to talk about works of art, pieces of music and books. After this class, if you have any questions, remember that you can click on the chat icon at the top of your web page. This will allow you to send us a message with any questions that you have. During this class, there will be some questions for you to answer. You can find these below the video. I will tell you when to answer these questions, and I will give you some time to do so. Okay, let's get started. Here we can see images of 6 different forms of art. Let's learn the names for them. First of all, number 1, sculpture. Which of these images shows a sculpture? Look at the first question below this video and choose the letter of the picture which shows sculpture. The correct answer is E. E shows somebody making a sculpture. So this form of art is called sculpture. Any three-dimensional object made of ceramic, stone, marble, or wood, or any other material is called sculpture. Next one, a portrait. Which of these images is a portrait? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is C. C shows a painting of a person. A portrait is any photograph, painting, or image of a person. So F is also a portrait, but C is a painting as well. Next one. Landscape. Which of these images shows a landscape? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is A. A landscape is a painting or a photograph which shows scenery, countryside. It could also be a city as well. Here we can see a photograph of some mountains. So this is a landscape photograph. The next one is an installation. An installation. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is B. B shows an installation. Here, the artist has created a structure using physical objects and light to create an experience in a room or a space. Installations often use sound, video, lights, and sometimes moving objects to create an atmosphere or a feeling in the room. The next one is abstract art. Which of these images shows abstract art? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is D. D is possibly a painting, and it doesn't show a person, it doesn't show a thing, it doesn't show something we recognize. It is an idea. It often uses color and shapes to represent ideas. Abstract art became more common in the 20th century. F is performance art. In this case, the artist has dressed a little bit crazy and maybe they're trying to say something. Performance art involves the artist doing something, possibly in the gallery or the art museum, in order to make a statement about something. Let's practice using these words. I'm going to show you some sentences, and I'd like you to remember the correct form of art to complete the sentence. Number one, I don't really understand art. When I look at a Kandinsky, I just see colors and shapes. What is the correct word to complete this sentence? Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. The correct answer is abstract art. This person she sees colors and shapes, so maybe it's similar to this painting here. It doesn't show something they recognize, it's forms or ideas. Number two, Michelangelo's David is a 5-meter tall made of marble. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. The correct answer is sculpture. We could also say statue. Statue is a sculpture of a person, but a sculpture is any three-dimensional art. 3. Edward paid the artist to paint of his wife. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. The correct answer is portrait. Portrait. Edward paid the artist to paint a portrait of his wife. Notice how the AIT there is pronounced ut, portrait. 4. For her latest piece of art, the artist sat in the exhibition space covered in chocolate and money. What is the correct word to complete this sentence? Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. The correct answer is performance art. For her latest piece of performance art, the artist sat in the exhibition space covered in chocolate and money. The artist themselves is doing something strange or interesting to get attention, and maybe they're making a comment about something related to money, perhaps. 5. Poppy mostly does photography of mountains, valleys, and forests. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. The correct answer is landscape photography. So mountains, valleys, and forests are forming a landscape image. And finally, number 6. Damon has a new at the Tate Modern Gallery. It features 7 cars painted to look like cows. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word to complete the sentence. The correct answer is installation. The artist has created something to fill a room or a space, which in this case involves painting cars to look like cows. So this is an installation at an art gallery. Now let's look at some vocabulary we might use to describe or give our opinions about art. Here we can see 2 pieces of art. In the top image, we can see a young couple. They're probably in Paris. we might say that the color red represents the concept of love. So if we're analyzing this painting, we might see the red and think, the artist has chosen this color to represent an idea. But the painting depicts a young couple in Paris. That is what we can see in the painting. That is the reality of the painting. Now let's look at this image. It's a sculpture, seems to be an ancient Roman statue, but he's holding a smartphone. So maybe I think it's a critique of social media. The artist is trying to say something negative about social media using their art. It's a critique of this thing. We could also say it's a statement on our addiction to technology. So a critique is usually something negative, but a statement could be positive or negative. It's a statement on our addiction to technology. I don't like this piece of art. I think it's very, very ugly. It's absolutely hideous. It's absolutely hideous. Hideous is an extreme adjective for ugly. So if you don't like the way something looks, it's absolutely hideous. Alternatively, we might say, I find it quite aesthetically pleasing. I like the way it looks. I like the appearance. I like the colors. I like the shapes. It's aesthetically pleasing. When we talk about art, we can use aesthetically pleasing to mean beautiful. Okay, let's look at another example. This is an example of abstract art. So let's think about how we can describe it. I'm going to show you some sentences, and I would like you to choose the correct word or phrase to complete the sentence. First of all, this painting, energy and chaos. Is it A, depicts, or B, represents? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The best answer is represents. This painting represents energy and chaos. We can't see energy or chaos because these are ideas, or maybe they are not concrete objects, but it represents that. It gives us that feeling. I think it's the power of imagination, a critique of or a statement on. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The best answer here is B, a statement on. It's not a critique of the power of imagination. Maybe it's saying something positive about the power of imagination. I think it's a statement on the power of imagination. I love it. It's really aesthetically pleasing or hideous. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct option is A, aesthetically pleasing. This AE is quite unusual in English, but it's pronounced aesthetically pleasing. Now, let's talk about music. Here, you can see 9 genres of music. That's 9 genres of music. You probably know some of these. Maybe you're not so familiar with other genres. I'm going to show you 9 definitions of these genres. I would like you to decide which genre does the definition match. First of all, number 1. This genre is emotional music with lyrics about love, often featuring soft piano or strings. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, or I. The correct answer is G, romantic ballads. Romantic ballads are often slower songs that talk about love, and yes, they often feature piano and strings, which is things like violin, to give a very emotional, romantic feeling to the music. Number 2. This genre is probably the loudest genre, with heavy distortion and fast-paced drums. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is metal. Metal is a type of rock music, but there is a lot of distortion. This is an effect we put on the guitar and the bass to make it sound very loud and very aggressive. And the drums are often very fast-paced. 3. This genre is music played by bands, groups of people, usually featuring a singer, guitars, a bass, and drums. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is D, rock, sometimes called rock music. Rock music usually features drums, bass, which is the low guitar, guitars, sometimes keyboards and piano, and almost always a singer. This genre is music with a steady rhythm made with computers and synthesizers. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is I, electronic music or dance music. This is popular in nightclubs for people to dance to. It's usually made using computers and synthesizers. A synthesizer is an instrument similar to a keyboard where you can change the sound. Okay, let's look at number 5. This genre is music which originally comes from Europe in the 15th, 16th century, and it's often played by an orchestra. Which is the correct genre? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct letter. The correct answer is B, classical music. Classical music is often created by composers. There are famous composers such as Mozart, Beethoven, Vivaldi, Rachmaninoff, and it's usually played by an orchestra. An orchestra is a collection of musicians playing things like piano, violin, clarinet, trumpet, etc. 6. This genre is music which appeals to the largest audience, often young people. It's usually quite upbeat and very catchy. What genre of music is this? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is pop music. Pop music is what you usually hear on the radio, in shops, and on TV most often. It's usually at the top of the charts. It's the music that people buy and download the most. 7. Music which has been passed down from generation to generation. Which genre does this describe? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is folk or folk music or traditional music. There is English folk music. There is Chinese traditional music. There is Indian folk music. Every country and every culture, every nation has different traditional music. So this will be different from country to country. It can be centuries old or even older. 8. This is music which originates in the USA and the Caribbean, like Jamaica, involving rapping and sampled drum beats. Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is H, hip-hop. So hip-hop often involves taking drum beats and sampling them from a different song. That is a sample. And then a rapper raps over the top of that music. Hip-hop is, of course, very popular all over the world. And number 9, music originating in the USA with complex chords, melodies, and rhythms. This is a description of jazz. Jazz is often more complex than other types of music. So it has complex chords. This is notes together, or melodies, little groups of notes making the thing we recognize. Okay, so let's now think about language we can use to describe the music that we like. On the right, you can see 6 nouns and adjectives related to music. I'm going to show you some sentences, and I would like you to decide which of these words has the same meaning as the word in blue. First sentence, number 1. I'm a really bad dancer. I can't follow the rhythm of the song. Which of those has the same meaning as the word rhythm? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option out of A, B, C, D, E, or F. The correct answer is D, beat. So if you really like the beat or you really like the rhythm, it's that you like the drums, you like the percussion of the song. Number 2, it's a simple song, but it's got a beautiful melody. Which of those words on the right has the same meaning as melody? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is A, tune. So a tune or melody is what you can remember from the song, and sometimes we can sing it. Da, 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 da. That's the melody. It's a collection of notes together. Number 3. I really like the first song on the album. Which of those words on the right has the same meaning as song in this sentence? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is track. We often use the word track to replace song, especially if there is no singing in the song. It's often better to say track because a song usually involves singing. So an album often has 10 or 12 tracks on it, or 10 or 12 songs. Number 4, he makes really uplifting music. It makes you feel full of energy and happiness. Which of the words on the right has the same meaning as uplifting? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is upbeat. So both of these words, uplifting and upbeat, are adjectives, meaning it raises your spirits, it raises your emotions to a happier place, and often makes you feel more energetic. So lots of pop music and dance music is uplifting and upbeat. Number 5, it's a really emotional song. It makes me cry sometimes. Which of those words on the right has the same meaning as emotional? Look at the next question below this video and choose the correct option. The correct answer is moving. We can use moving to describe music, films, books, something which makes you feel your emotions. It could be strong sadness, it could be very strong happiness, but it's really emotional. Sometimes it makes you cry. Words is the final one there. What do you think is the synonym of words in a song? Well, if you said lyrics, you were correct. I don't understand the lyrics because they're in Portuguese, but I really like her voice. We could also say, I don't understand the words. So lyrics means the words of a song. Okay, let's move on and talk about literature and books. Here, you can see a list of some different genres of literature. You might notice that they're in two columns, two separate lists. Why do you think these lists are separate? Well, if we look at the ones on the left, we can see all of these tell stories, stories which are not necessarily true. On the right, we can see this list is about things which are true. A biography is someone's life. Self-help is advice. Textbooks are often for school or for studies. Cookbooks teach you how to make food, and history books often tell us about a period of human history. So on the left, we have fiction, and on the right, we have non-fiction. So fiction is when it is not true or a story. Non-fiction is when it is true. It's about the real world. So let's look at some examples of books, and I would like you to tell me what genre do you think this book is? First book. Look at the cover of this book, and now look at the next question below this video. Can you write the genre of this book? The correct answer is horror. This is a horror novel, so we use horror as an adjective there. Horror often deals with things which make us feel frightened, scared, or afraid. They sometimes involve monsters, or they sometimes involve terrible killers doing terrible things. This book looks like it's talking about zombies, I'm guessing. All right, next book. Look at the next question below this video and write the genre of this book. This book is a biography. It tells the story of this person's life. So I'm guessing this person is a comedian and they have written a book about their life. Or maybe somebody else wrote a book about their life. If they wrote it themselves, we call it an autobiography. Next book. Look at the next question below this video and write the genre of this book. This book is fantasy. We could say also that it's a fantasy novel. Fantasy imagines a different world, usually involving magic, sometimes things like dragons, wizards. So it's a world which is similar to ours, but also very different. Sometimes set in the past, sometimes set in the modern day, involving magic, wizards, special different rules to the universe. All right, next book. Look at the next question below this video and write the genre of this book. This book is a thriller. If we look at the man, it looks like he's doing something important. Maybe he's a spy, maybe he's a secret agent, maybe he's on a mission, maybe there's some big international dangerous situation happening. There's probably going to be some gunfights, there's probably going to be some car chases. It's full of action, it's full of excitement. It is a thriller. A thriller is not the same as a horror. A horror makes you afraid, a thriller makes you excited. All right, next book. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct genre. This book is a history book. It's a book about history. It's true. It could also be a textbook. So if you wrote textbook, that's also correct. If it's written for schools, we'd call it a textbook. If it's written for normal people to buy in shops, we'd call it a history book if it's about history. Okay, and let's look at the last book. What genre is this? Look at the next question below this video and write the correct genre. This is a self-help book. It's a book that gives you guidance, advice, suggestions for how you can improve your life. It often talks about things like money and finance, mental health, relationships, and things like that. Now let's talk about language we can use to describe books we have read. Here we can see that I have written a review of a book that I read. Let's read my review. I recently read a novel by my favorite author, Lee Sin-jin. The book is set in the 22nd century, when humans have started exploring the stars. The protagonist is a woman who works on a spaceship, and the plot deals with her discovery of an alien civilization. I thought it was a really gripping story, full of unexpected twists, although some parts were a little slow-paced. The main character was very relatable, even though it's set in the future. The ideas in this book were very thought-provoking, as they make you think about the future of humanity. Okay, I've got some questions for you. I'd like you to think about the answers. Question number 1. What genre of novel is this book? Look at the next question below this video and can you write the name of the genre? The correct answer is science fiction. We also say sci-fi as a shortening of science fiction. Yeah, this is science fiction. It deals with the future, the 22nd century. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about spaceships. We're talking about the future of humanity. It's definitely a science fiction novel. Did I like this novel? Yes or no? Look at the next question below this video and write yes or no. The answer is yes, I did. Mostly there's positive adjectives here. Gripping. I didn't want to put the book down. It was so exciting. I couldn't stop reading. There were twists, unexpected surprises, which I didn't see happening. I didn't see them coming in the book. Very relatable. I felt very similar to the main character. I could understand the main character. I felt like my mind is similar to their mind. And it was thought-provoking. It really made me think about ideas and concepts outside of the book. Often self-help books or history books can be very thought-provoking. I did have a criticism. What criticism did I have of the novel? It is what? Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word. My criticism was that it's slow-paced. So sometimes the action didn't move very quickly, and I wanted it to move a little bit faster. So slow-paced means it takes a little bit of time for things to happen in the book. Finally, can you find a synonym of the word protagonist? Somewhere in this text is another word or two words meaning protagonist. Have a look. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct two words. The correct answer is main character. Protagonist and main character is the main person in the story. We can also use this word for movies and TV when you talk about the protagonist or the main character. So let's practice using this vocabulary. I'm going to show you some sentences, and I would like you to write the correct word or words to complete these sentences. First of all, number one. Look at the next question below this video, and can you write the three correct words to complete this sentence? The correct answer is set in. This book is set in 13th century Spain. So we use be set in for the location of where the book happens and also the time of when the book happens. This book is set in Paris. This book is set in 1970. Number two, look at the next question below this video and can you write the two correct words to complete sentence number two? The correct answer is deals with. The plot deals with a princess who falls in love with a farmer. We could also say the plot is about a princess who falls in love with a farmer. Number three. Look at the next question below this video and can you write the correct word to complete this sentence? The correct answer is relatable. Relatable. I found the protagonist very relatable. She acted like I would have acted, so I understood this character. Number four. Look at the next question below this video and write the correct word to complete sentence number four. The correct answer is twist. A twist is something that happens in the story or the plot where you don't expect it. There was a surprising twist at the end. It turned out she had killed her brother. I didn't expect that to happen. We often use the verb turn out to say what really happened at the end, what we discovered at the end. It turned out that she had killed her brother. Number 5. Look at the next question below this video and can you write the correct word to complete sentence number 5? The correct answer is thought-provoking. Thought-provoking. The ideas in this book were very thought-provoking. It really gave me a new perspective on the idea of love and family. So this is one word. It's got a hyphen in the middle, and it means it creates interesting ideas in my head. Finally, number 6. Look at the final question below this video and write the correct word to complete sentence number 6. The correct answer is gripping. If a story is gripping, it holds you. You don't want to stop reading because it's so exciting and engaging. The story was really gripping. I couldn't put the book down. That is the end of the class. So hopefully you've now learned some vocabulary so you can talk about music, you can talk about books, and you can talk about works of art. Remember, if you have any questions, you can click on the chat icon at the top of your web page on GEL IELTS, and you will be able to send us a message with any questions that you have. Thank you for watching.